What's up with the Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. I don't have no time for no damn intros. We all know why you're here. We all know why I'm here. Because the Raiders played, the Raiders lost, the Raiders do what the Raiders been doing, which is blow another lead. Let me relax for a second. I don't need my blood pressure going all crazy right now. Okay, it's Sunday, last day of the vacation. We know we're going back to school tomorrow, going back to work tomorrow, all that good stuff. So let me just calm down. Let's just talk through this. Let's get through this together. Because I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of watching the Raiders do what the Raiders been doing, which is just ruin my weekend. Like, I know you got to be sick of it now. We know Derek Carr is out of here. We know Jarrett Stidham was going to get his first career start. We know we're going against the #1 defense. We know they got that little quarterback over there, Purdy, whatever his damn name is. I wasn't impressed with him, okay? But we also got Waller, Renfro, Devontae, Jacobs, right? We also got Max. We got some people now. So to me, I wasn't one of those people that thought we were going to get blown out. I wasn't one of those people that thought it wouldn't be competitive because I know what it's like to get a spark of energy on a team. Like, even though I don't know if Stidham is better than Carr or whatever that situation is, but getting a fresh quarterback, a fresh face in the huddle, it brings some life, it brings some energy. And honestly, it looks like Josh McDaniels is a big fan of Jarrett Stidham. It looked like Josh McDaniels is very supportive of Jarrett Stidham. So I think the whole energy might have just been shifted, not just between the quarterback situation, but the whole team, because I think that black cloud that was hanging over Derek Carr and his performances and stuff like that was also hanging over the team as well. So I think once you remove that from the team, and he wasn't at practice, not in the facility, not at the game, I think the Raiders were just able to go out there and play free, play loose, play with house money. So I think they were really, really relaxed and went out there and started the game very well. But if we're going to break down the particulars, okay, Jarrett Stidham played great. Jarrett Stidham played a great game. I know he threw for almost 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Those 2 interceptions are kind of like, those things happen. It wasn't really bad reads or stuff like that. It was just bad luck, honestly, at the end of the day. And I thought he commanded the offense well. I thought he had a great grip on the offense. Obviously, he understands the system, and that does mean something. A lot of people say, well, Derek Carr has been in the league for 9 years, and it's look, at the end of the day, a certain system that you're familiar with will allow you to make plays. Now, I do agree that in the beginning of the game, McDaniels kind of gave Stidham not easy plays, but plays that were simplified for high production value, right? High execution rate. And I thought he did a great job, man. Jarrett Stidham threw the ball very well today. I thought he made great plays with his feet scrambled. I thought his pocket presence was really good. All the things that everybody saw was really well. I mean, when they gave up the lead, we took the lead back. So I thought Jarrett Stidham, I would give him an A for this game. I thought he played amazing football, using his legs, using his IQ, using his arm. I mean, he made some plays today that I haven't seen Derek Carr make in a long time, but I don't really want to keep comparing him to Derek Carr because Stidham doesn't have the body of work to say who's better and who's not, but he played better today than I think Derek Carr's played all year. Like, this was the best game a Raiders quarterback had played this year, and I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not ashamed to say that. It is what it is. But the biggest difference I saw between Jarrett Stidham and Derek Carr with Josh McDaniels wasn't necessarily the arm talent, the throws, the mobility. Yeah, all that stuff stood out. But really stood out to me was the continuity that the offense had. Like, you didn't see a lot of wasted timeouts that you've been seeing in the past with Derek Carr and McDaniels. You didn't see a lot of delay of games. I don't think you saw any delay of games. Like, you saw a guy who was running the system and knew exactly what he was looking for, knew exactly what he was getting, and knew exactly how to take advantage of what was given to him on the field. That was the biggest thing that I saw a difference in, and that to me points directly to being comfortable in the system, because even though Stidham was doing some audibles and stuff like that, but I think a lot of his audibles at the line had to do more with line shifts and protections and where the ball was going rather than like changing plays. But you just saw some continuity. It looked smooth. It looked fluid. It looked like they had been doing it for a long time, and that starts at the quarterback position. But it also starts with the relationship between the coach and the quarterback. And the more I looked at it, the way I saw McDaniels on the sideline today is that it makes me feel like Carr was never his guy. And I'll get into that in another video during the week. This is just my breakdown of this game. So Jarrett Stidham played well. I thought the offense in the totality played well. As a group, they played well. They moved the ball very easily against a #1 defense. So I thought the offense looked great. But at the end, The Raiders lost this game the same way they lost every other game, man. It's the defense just doesn't make stops when they need to make the stops the most. Like, and I kept saying that no matter how good Derek Carr was going to play, if the defense had to go on the field and make stops, it just wasn't going to happen. And when you talk about this 49ers team today with Purdy and no Deebo Samuel, and you know what I mean? Like, they weren't at full strength, so to speak. They had a couple linemen go down as well, and our defense still struggled to make the plays. And even when we got lucky and got the missed field goal, we went into overtime, and we still just couldn't get it done, man. We just couldn't get it done as a team. So it just stinks. Another opportunity was on the table for the Raiders to win another game, and I'm all about wins. I don't care about losses. I don't have any moral victories. And I remember saying this a while ago on one of my lives, is that some of the people that bother me in Raider Nation is because they don't want to win. They just want to lose better. And I know that might not make sense to anybody, but what I'm saying is that I see a lot of people taking moral victories out of this one because, well, we look good as a team. The offense looked better than it did before. Like, bro, a loss is a loss, okay? And if Derek Carr, quarterback, no matter how well he played over the 9 years, when we lost those games, even when he played good football, nobody was giving him any credit for that. It was still Derek Carr's fault that we lost. I never felt like that. So this game is not blamed on Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham did enough to win this game. If they played 10 times and he played like that, they should win all 10. Right? It is what it is. The defense didn't do enough when they needed to do it the most. They didn't. Okay, and it's another game where the Raiders blow a second half lead. It's become a norm now. It's become something that's very familiar. I don't even know why I get mad about it. It's just very disappointing. I don't know if it's Graham. I don't know if it's McDaniels. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know what's falling short. I don't know what's going wrong. But it seems that at halftime, teams are making the adjustments that we're not making. And, I just feel like defensively, when we need to get those stops the most, we're not getting them, okay? Today, the Raiders offense kind of staggered a little bit, went punt, interception, something like that. And the defense gave up a few points here and there, but it wasn't like they were still holding it together. But then at the end of the game, I mean, even though they missed that field goal, like the fact that they were able to get down the field that easy is it's problematic for a team that wants to be good. Now, I understand that when the season's over, you're going to have a lot of draft picks, you're going to have free agents, you're going to have a lot of money, and you're going to be able to bolster that defense. But at the end of the day, I've been called all these names because I was pointing out the defense wasn't good, and now that the offense plays well, and we still everybody's okay with saying it was the defense's fault. It's been the defense's fault. Now, it wasn't only their fault because, yeah, we weren't scoring 30 points, but even today, we scored 34 points and it wasn't enough. We still went to overtime. Still a one-possession game. So what's the difference if I lose 37-34 or lose 20-17? At the end of the day, a loss is a loss. There's no more victories with me. I agree that Stidham played well. I agree that the offense looked good. I agree that Josh McDaniels had some great play calling today. Devontae Adams is still a beast. Josh Jacobs is still a monster. And all those things can be true, but at the end of the day, the defense still put us in a position to lose that game, and inevitably we lost that game. You can't continue to put your offense out there and say, go score another touchdown, go score another touchdown. At some point, you do get paid to play defense, and you got to stop the other team from scoring. I think the Raiders had to have trouble with that all year. I think the Raiders had trouble with that again today, and that's inevitably why we lost. So I thought Jarrett Stidham played well. I thought the offense looked great, but at the end of the day, the defense is still our defense, and they still suck. And that's it, man. Y'all get down in the comments, let me know what you think. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the content on this channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Check out RaiderHoncho.com. Check out RedemptionBrand.com. Take 15% off all your orders using promo code Honcho15. Until the next time, as always, Raider Honcho out.